When people ask me, yo, what's the fastest way to make $500 a day trading? They usually expect me to say some kind of shortcut or risky move that gets you lucky. But that's not how I did it, and that's not how I teach it. I've been trading for 6 years now. The first few were rough, inconsistent, emotional, and full of blown accounts. But once I figured out how smart money actually moves, that's when everything changed. Now I'm pulling in over $150,000 a month, and when I go back to the basics, I always come back to this one setup and a repeatable process that can scale starting at $500 a day and building from there. So in this video, I'm going to show you the exact setup I use to make $500 in a day, what makes it so reliable even in different market conditions, and how to manage sizes so you're not over risking, and how to practice this in a demo before touching your real money. I'll even show you a trade I took recently using the same approach, so you can literally reverse engineer it and copy it on your own plan. This is the same foundation we use at AlgoPlus, and if you're still bouncing between strategies or second guessing your entries, this is how you simplify and start seeing results. You don't need to be a genius, you don't need to stare at charts for 10 hours, you just need a plan that actually works, and I'm about to hand it to you, so let's get straight into it. So this can be traded on XAUSD, better known as gold. So the pair we'll be using is actually gold. So as you can see there, what we'll be using is the 1 minute time frame, and we'll also be using 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. UK time. So if we don't get an entry between this time range, we don't trade at all. So if you go to the bottom right of your screen, you just look for UTC +1, which is London, and then you'll be able to get London time. So as you may know, before your trading time, you don't need to do absolutely anything. You just need to wait patiently for our trading time to come. And that's between 8 to 9 a.m. And what will happen now is that we'll look for a good entry. So when we're looking for a good entry, like I always told you guys, we look for that 3-step model. So first things first, we want to identify a liquidity sweep. So let's say we're looking for buys. Let's just fix this really quickly. We're looking for buys. We have a liquidity sweep. Now, liquidity sweeps are extremely important because these can indicate potential reversals. But along with a liquidity sweep, you also want the rejection of a low. So let's say we rejected the low like this. And followed by the rejection of a low, we want to see a market structure shift. But even better than a market structure shift, it would be great to see a market structure shift with displacement because that adds more confluence to the trade. So once we have these three concepts, boom, liquidity sweep, rejection, market structure shift, we're clear to go. So once we have all of those concepts, as you can see, boom, price is then going to start to do its thing, and we're going to look for the 1 minute order block to enter off of. Now the reason this is on the 1 minute time frame, so we can get fast and quick entries, and we could just go on about our day. This is how you can easily make $500 a day. So make sure you do watch all the way to the end of this video, and if you want us to pass and manage your funded challenge guaranteed, and you don't pay a single penny until you get a payout, click the first link in the description and we'll show you exactly how we've done it for many other clients. But let's get back into it now. So as you can see, once we have that pullback into our entry point, we'll just put our stop loss wide enough to avoid the spreads on gold, and we'll target a nice 1 to 2R. And once we target that 1 to 2R, boom, 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 price then pulls back and then it starts to distribute towards the upside. So this is the easiest way to be consistent in the markets because consistency is just as important. Now, it doesn't matter if you're targeting 1 to 5R, you want to be consistent, and 1 to 5R is not consistent whatsoever. Rarely price would even hit 1 to 5R. That's basically over trading, and there's no point of doing that. So what you want to do is target 1 to 2R and have a consistent risk to reward ratio. But let's get straight into this. So as you can see here, we come to our trading time. We don't do absolutely anything. If price wants to go up, it can go up. If it wants to go down, it can most definitely go down. So as you can see at this point, we do have the 3-step market rules. So first things first, we can see we have a liquidity sweep right here. So we could just mark this out as liquidity sweep. Secondly, we have a market structure shift of the high. And thirdly, as you can see, we have the rejection of the low. Well, the rejection of the low is not confirmed, but what is confirmed is the market structure shift of the high. And Any of these two could be step 2 or step 3 or step 2 or step 3. It doesn't matter. But once we get the confirmation, then we know we have a good trade. So we can see a 1 minute order block right here. We're going to be entering off of that 1 minute order block. We're going to put our stop loss wide enough to avoid spreads on gold. What we'll do is target a 1 to 2 R just like this. And as you can see, it does align with liquidity points. So exactly what can happen, we get a retracement. Boom, we get entered. Then it starts to distribute. And as you can see, it does end up hitting our take profit level. And it does end up going much higher than our take profit level that we initially had set up, as you can see. But after that, it does end up pushing towards the downside. So that's an easy and quick way to catch your profits and get out of the trade. But again, if you want us to pass and manage your funded challenge guaranteed, then click the first link in the description. And again, you don't pay a single penny unless you get a payout, and this has worked for tons and tons of our clients. So if you want to join on this, click the first link in the description. But let's get right back into this video. So as you can see, we come to our trading time. Boom. So our trading time is between 8 to 9 a.m. UK time, as you can see right here. What we'll do, we won't do absolutely anything. If price wants to go up, it can go up. If price wants to go down, it can most definitely go down. So again, we don't do absolutely anything. So as you can see right here, we're going to monitor price now. So you can see the first thing we had was a liquidity sweep right here. That's step 1. Secondly, we could see we had a market structure shift with displacement right here. Step 2, or it could be step 3. But most importantly, we had the rejection of the high. So this was actually step 2. So we're just going to mark this out as the rejection of the high. As you can see, this is the high that wasn't able to get above that high. As you can see, boom, 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 boom. So now it's going to retrace into a 1 minute order block. So we need to mark out the 1 minute order block. And as you can see, our 1 minute order block is right there. What we're going to do, we're going to put our stop loss just above the high, maybe these levels. And we're going to target a nice 1 to 2 R. As you can see right there, there's our 1 to 2 risk to reward. As you can see, it does end up hitting take profit, and it does end up going much lower than we actually anticipated. So if you guys did enjoy this video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.